Hello everyone. Today we came again to do our second experiment of organic chemistry, that is the determination of saponification value of an oil. So we can divide the oil in two parts. One is a vegetable oil and one is a mineral oil. The point of interest which we will focus on the vegetable oil and mineral oil is presence of esters or not. So in case of vegetable oil, we find esters are there, and in case of mineral oil, we don't find any esters. Now concentrate on the definition of the saponification value. It represents the number of milligram of KOH required to saponify 1 gram of fat or oil. Correspondingly, it saponifies the esters contained in 1 gram of fat or oil and forms a soap. Moreover, let's concentrate over the reaction. We take a fatty acid, a triacylglycerol. We give an excess amount of KOH, rather to say the ethanolic KOH. It breaks down the fatty acid into two parts. One is a glycerol, and the other part which we focus is the soap of the corresponding salt. That is here we use potassium hydroxide. So let's consider the procedure. Weigh out 1 gram of oil into a 250 ml conical flask and add 10 ml of ether and ethanol in the ratio of 1:2. Rather, here it is given ethanol is to ether, mixture is 2:1. The last day practical of acid value, we have concentrated on the process why we use a mixture of ethanol and ether, basically for dissolving the both part in a very successful manner. Then we add 25 ml of 0.5 normal ethanolic KOH and keep the funnel in the mouth of the flask. So again a term comes out, that is a ethanolic KOH. So basically potassium hydroxide, we get an inorganic compound which we dissolve in ethanol to get a mixture, and it is highly reactive in nature and forms a very white color solution. We basically use the ethanolic KOH to break down the triacylglycerol. Correspondingly, we have to heat it for 30 minutes in boiling water flux. Then you have to cool the content. We have to do a similar process like previous, that is a way, like the similar process without adding oil into the flask. Then you have to titrate it with against 0.5 normal ACl using phenolphthalein as an indicator. Continue until the pink color to colorless. Now comes a point, why do we add excess of KOH? It's only because it will react with the free fatty acid, that is the esters, and the remaining amount will be left as unused proportion, which is very important for our point of choice, as when it is remained unused, it will basically react with the ACl to give a colorless solution. When an excess amount of KOH is there, when we add phenolphthalein as an indicator, it will forms a pink color solution, as phenolphthalein base forms a pink color solution. Correspondingly, we will do the similar thing with a blank without adding oil. Hence, this process of titration is basically known as a back titration method, because we are using a blank and corresponding the sample, the excess amount of KOH gets reacted with the HCl and giving us back to our result. Now focus on the result part. There is a given value as coconut oil. Blank Burette reading was being taken as B. Burette reading with oil which will be taken as A. Strength of HCl and weight of the sample will be taken. Now we focus on the calculation part. 56.1 into N into B minus A by W is our required formula. W we can see that is a weight of the sample, oil taken. 56.1 is none other than the molecular weight of KOH. N is the strength, strength used. Moreover, the blank reading will be more than that of the sample reading, because in blank the amount of KOH was being unused totally, but in the but in the case of sample it was being used to break down the esters in the glycerol to glycerol and soap. That is the saponification, a saponified amount. So here we will get the exact value, which is basically called the saponification value. It is also a measure of the average molecular weight of the triglyceride, because less amount of KOH is required than it is inversely proportional, rather to say. There is more KOH is required, less molecular weight, less KOH required, less KOH is present for more molecular weight. It is also being important content for soap making industry. This is all about the saponification value procedure, how we'll carry on the procedure. Hope you will understand the total process. If you find any problem, just contact me. Thank you.